Hi, this is our adaptation of John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men, which is the 4th of December 2015. My name's Sahil Handa, and my candidate number is 9059, and I play George in the play.
I'm Miles Huglin, candidate number 9062. This is the costume I'll be wearing to play Slim, and this is the costume I'll be wearing to play Curley.
Hi, I'm Shiras Patel, candidate number 9112, and I'll be working on the technical side of the play.
Hi, I'm Paavan Sawjani, candidate number 9138, and I'm playing Candy.
Hi, I'm Alex Wingrave, candidate number 9178, and I'm playing Lennie.
But, Mousy, thou art no thy lane. In proving foresight may be vain. The best laid plans of mice and men go oft awry, and leave us naught but grief and pain for promised joy.
Lennie, what's that?
Nothing, George.
What is it?
I ain't got nothing in my pocket.
I ain't talking about what's in your pocket, I'm talking about what you got in your hand.
Nothing, George, honest.
Give it here.
It's only a mouse.
A mouse? A living mouse?
It's a dead mouse. I didn't kill it. I found it by the side of the road. I thought maybe I could pet it.
You ain't petting a mouse when you're walking with me.
I was only stroking it, George. That ain't bad.
Look at you, blubbering like a baby. A big guy like you. Lennie, I ain't taking away from meanness, alright? It's just, you can't keep petting things like this no more, right? Not after what happened in Weed.
I forgot again. What happened in Week?
Of course you forgot again. I'm talking about the girl. When you wanted to pet the girl's dress and... Never mind.
It was soft. I like pets.
The hell with petting. Come on, let's eat.
What are you cooking, George?
Beans.
I like beans with ketchup.
Do you? Of course you do. Because whatever you want, I ain't got. I've got no beans. God almighty, God almighty. If you weren't here, I could live so easy. I could get a job and work, no mess. And when the end of the month comes, I could take my $50 and get whatever I want. Why, I could stay in a cat house all night. I can eat any place I want and order any damn thing.
I didn't want no ketchup, George.
I could do that every month. Every month I could go down to a cat house and play cards or shoot pool. But what I got instead, I got you. You can't keep a job and you lose me over what I get. And that ain't the worst. You do bad things. You get in trouble and I gotta get you out. Jesus, you get me in hot water all the time. Just wanted to pet the girl's dress. Just wanted to touch it like a mouse. Well, how does she know you just want to pet a dress? God almighty. I wish I could put you in a cage with a million mice. Maybe you'd learn something.
I was only fooling, George. I didn't want no ketchup. And if there was some here, I'd leave it all for you.
Look, Lennie, there was some here you can take.
No, I'd leave it all for you.
Lennie, I ain't doing this out of meanness. It's just when I think of the swell time I could have if you weren't there, I'd go nuts.
You want me to go away and leave you alone?
Where would you go?
I could go off in the hills over there and find a baby.
And what would you eat?
I find stuff. I don't don't need no nice food with ketchup. I could find berries and nuts.
Berries and nuts.
If you want me, George, I can go away.
I want you to stay here with me, okay? We're all we got, alright? Come on now.
George,
Yes, Lennie?
tell me what you've done before about the rap.
We're putting nothing over me.
Please, George.
You get kick out of that, don't you? Alright. Guys like us don't belong in a place. They come into the ranch and they will work up a stake and they go into the barn and they blow their stake. They got nothing to look forward to.
But not us, George. Tell about us.
Not us. Because we're not like that. We got a future, right? We've got something to look forward to. And we have somebody that gives a damn about us.
Because I got you to look after me, and you got me to look after you, and that's why. Go on, George.
You know the whole thing yourself. You can do it yourself.
I forget this stuff sometimes. Go on, George.
Alright. One day we're gonna get the jack together, alright? We're gonna get ourselves a little place and a couple of acres and cows and chickens and a piece of our fowl.
And live off the fat of the land.
That's right.
And have rabbits.
That's right.
Go on, George. Tell about the garden and the stove and the rain in the winter and how thick the cream is on the milk, like you can hardly cut it.
You know the whole thing yourself, Lennie. Come on.
It ain't the same as when you tell it. Go on, George.
Alright. Well, this house that we'll have, we'll have the outback, we'll have all the rabbits. And when the rain comes down in the winter, we'll just say, the hell with work. And we'll lie down, we'll set a fire around the stove, and we'll just sit there and listen to the rain come down on the roof. And the cream will be so thick, you can hardly cut it. Nuts. Lennie, we can't be doing this all day, right? I'm gonna get back to you. Come on. The bush which you tried to give us a steal, but you couldn't get another lad.
Oh, he was sore as hell when you wasn't out to go out in the morning. I bet he'll be coming in soon, right away.
Can we check out the bunks first?
Sure. You can have them two over there.
There better not be no greybacks, coffins, and roaches in these beds. You're going to be hearing from me, you know.
Tell you what, last guy back then bed was a blacksmith. What a them clean cut. He's dressed up real nice on Sundays. Even wash his hands after you. You won't have no problems with them.
Alright. Is the boss a nice guy?
Yeah, he's a pretty nice fella for a boss. Gives the stalebuck help. Stalebuck's a nigger.
A nigger, huh?
Yeah, got a crooked back from when a horse kicked him. He guessed a lot of power, but he don't give a damn. But yeah, the boss is a pretty nice fella.
Well, the boss is a nice fella, huh?
Yeah, sure. Last Christmas he came in with a whole gallon of whiskey and said, "Drink hardy, boys."
Hell, a whole gallon.
Oh yeah, Jesus did we have fun. One guy took off his name. Would have killed him too, but had to hold back when the count was bad back.
Is the boss the owner?
Yes, sir. Big daddy. Oh, I see him coming in now. You guys better go ahead and bake.
Alright. Come on. Let's go there.
You the new guys?
Yeah, that's us.
How's it you are here this morning?
We got up the bus too soon.
My young man gotta get the grain. You have a bucket barley?
Hell yes, and lots of it.
I mean him! Have a bucket barley?
Sure he has.
What are you butting into this for? Let the big guy talk.
Oh, he don't want to talk.
Ah, Christ, he's gotta talk when he spoke to you.
Oh, we just come in.
Leave him alone, right? He done nothing to you.
You drawing cards this
I
hand?
might be.
This ain't over.
What the hell is his problem? Then he didn't do nothing to him.
That's the boss's son. He's pretty handy. Done a bit in the ring. He says he's pretty handy.
Let him be handy all he wants. You better not get the wrong idea about my friend Lennie. Lennie may not be the most handy guy, but if you get in a fight with him, he don't even know his own strength.
Look, don't tell Curley I told you this. He'll slap him. But he just don't give a damn. Won't get carried to his old man's boss.
This Curly guy seems like a son of a bitch to me.
Tell you what, he's gotten pretty worse lately. Got married a couple of weeks ago, and since then he's just striking at anything. Like he's still in a goddamn anthem.
Maybe he's showing off for his wife.
Maybe. You seen that glove on his hand?
Yeah,
He says the glove's full of Vaseline. Says he's keeping it soft for his wife.
that's a dirty thing to tell around.
Oh yeah, but wait till you see her.
Is she pretty?
Yeah, she's pretty, but she got the eye.
Married 2 weeks and she got the eye. God, that's why Curly's pants are full of ants.
Yeah, I seen her give Slim the eye. Slim's a jerk and skin. Hell of a nice girl.
Looks like we're gonna have fun.
If you ask me, Curly's gonna marry himself a goddamn top.
Sure sounds a lot like it, you know. Oi! Lennie, you're going nowhere near that girl, right? No, I'm telling you, nowhere near her. She's nothing but trouble.
Candy, you get out back.
Look, I better go. Look her over. See if she ain't top.
Brian's a bitch outside. Can't hardly see nothing in here. You the new guys?
Yeah, that's us.
Get a buck button?
That's what the boss told us. He says we're gonna work with a jerk line skidder named Slim.
That's me.
Ah, you're the skidder?
I can snap him around with it.
Well, you know what they say. The boss tells the guys what to do, and the skidder tells them how to do it. That kind of makes you a big deal around here, don't it?
Oh, nuts. Well, I hope you get out of my team. I got a pair of pumps stone or a body bag from a blue ball. You ever bucked body before?
Not much for me, but that guy over there, he can pump more grain alone than most pairs can. Look at it.
You travel around together?
Yeah, we travel around together. I'm not the best worker. He's not the smartest guy, but he's a hell of a nice fella. He's a good worker as well.
Ain't many guys traveling around together. I don't know why. Seems like the whole goddamn world is scared of each other.
Yeah, well, it's a lot nicer to go around with a guy that, you know, I mean, I've seen those guys go around the ranch all on their own. It's no fun, you know? No fun at all.
Well, I ain't got no guy, but I got my bitch, Lulu. And 5 more little ones now, she just slung her pups. Had to drown 4 of them right off, she couldn't feed them.
You got 5 pups?
Yeah.
George,
Yes, Lennie.
please,
Yeah,
George.
I heard you, Lennie.
Before you kill some more of them,
I won't kill no more. I've left Candy out back to look after her. Why don't you go pick one?
can I go see the pups, George?
Go on. Thanks a lot, man. Meant a lot to him, you know.
Don't mean nothing to me. I would have had to drown most of them anyway.
Didn't mean much to you, but it meant a hell of a lot to him. I'm just worried how we're going to get him to bed. He's going to be with the pups all night.
He such a big guy, he'd squish it without even trying. Almighty, I've never seen such a strong guy. Can't wait to see him out there bucking body.
He's strong, alright. If you just tell him what to do, he'll get it done. As long as it don't take no figuring out.
Funny how you and him string along together.
What's so funny about it?
I don't know. None of the guys string along together. You know how it happens out. They come in and get their bunk and they work them up. Then they get their pay and they quit and go on alone. Never seem to give a damn about nobody. Just seems kind of funny, you know? A smart guy like you and a cuckoo like him traveling around together.
I ain't so smart, though. I wouldn't be here bucking body. If I was smart, I'd have my own place and I'd be taking in my own class.
We all got our dreams. Someday I'd like to cut a string of mules. It was all my own.
You know, it's not so funny me and him going around together, you know? We were both in Harvard, and when his aunt died, I just kind of took him along with me, you know, out working. I used to have a hell of a lot of fun with him. I used to play jokes on him because he was too dumb to tell himself. The hell, he was too dumb to know when the joke was played on him, you know? Oh, I felt so goddamn smart alongside him.
I can see that.
It wasn't so fun the whole time, because after a while, I could beat him and I could play tricks on him. He would never fight back. He could break every bone in my body, but he would never lay a finger on me.
Even if he did?
No, he never.
He's a nice fella. God don't need no sense to be a nice fella.
He's a pain in the ass most of the time, you know. But you kind of get used to a guy, and you don't want to get rid of him, but at least you can get rid of him.
Do you want to get rid of him?
He gets into trouble all the time, you know, and like what happened in Weed, and you wouldn't tell nobody, would you?
What did you do in Weed?
But there was this girl in this red dress. And she was just standing there. You know how Lennie is, he wants to touch everything he sees. So he holds on to his girl, right? And she starts letting out this squawk, and it gets Lennie all mixed up, you know?
Yeah.
And then when I ran in, I saw them, and I was literally, I ran in, and I took Lennie, and I didn't know what to do. And he just hold on and hold on and hold on.
What'd you do then?
Well, she lets out a scream, and she tells the boss she's been raped. And all the men around town set out to lynch Lennie. And we're running, and we're running, and we're running, and we're gonna hide all day in an irrigation ditch all night, just the weeds sticking out the sides to keep our heads from going down the dirt, waiting there.
Didn't hurt the girl, no?
No, just scared her. It could have done though. The guy just, he don't know his own strength. He just, one more and she would have been gone.
He's a funny kind of guy.
Funny guy, yeah. I'll tell you one.
Jesus, that nigger can pick shoes.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Damn right he is. Don't give nobody else a chance. God almighty, that dog stinks, can't he? You gotta get him out of here. I don't know nothing that stinks as bad as that old dog.
Well, I never noticed how much he stinks. I've been around him all the time.
It's hanging around even after he's gone. He's got no teeth. And he's all stiff with rheumatism. He ain't no good to you, can he? He ain't no good to himself. Why don't you shoot him?
No, I couldn't do that. I had him since he was a pup. You wouldn't believe it. See him now. He was the best damn sheepdog I ever saw.
You ain't being kind to him keeping him alive. If you was to shoot him like that, right in the back of the head, he wouldn't feel nothing.
No, I couldn't do that. I had him since he was a pup.
Look, Ken, this old guy just suffers himself all the time. Tell you what, I'll do it for you. Then it won't be you that does it.
But you ain't got a gun.
The hell I don't. I got a revolver.
Tomorrow. Let's wait till tomorrow.
I don't see no reason to wait. Let's get it over with. Alright, take it.
Curley, make it quick.
George,
Yes, Lennie?
how long's it gonna be until we get to the little place?
I told you, we're gonna get the jack together first, alright? I found one place, and it's going to be cheap, but it's going to go easy, you know?
Tell about that place, George.
I told you last night, Lennie, come on! Alright. One day we're gonna get the jack together, and we're gonna get a little place. And we're gonna have a cow, and a chicken, and an alfalfa patch.
For the rabbits.
For the
And I
rabbits.
get a tender.
And you get a tender rabbits.
Oh.
Okay. This house, it's gonna have milk so thick you can hardly cut the top. And we're gonna get down, and when the rain comes down in the winter, we'll just say, the hell with work. And we'll lie down on the sofa and just listen to the rain coming down on the roof and lie there and just think about all the things we can do, you know. So, okay.
Listen, do you know where a place like that is?
Suppose I do. What's it to you?
You don't need to tell me exactly where it is. I mean, it could be anywhere. But how much they asking for a place like that?
Around 600. Look, I'm telling you, go down there and have some kind of operation, so it's going to be cheap, but that doesn't matter, because what's it to you?
So, I ain't no good with just one hand. I lost it here on this ride. That's why they got me doing jobs like small. But listen, they gave me $250 because I lost my hand. Plus, I got another 50 coming in at the end of the month. That's $300. And I got 50 saved up in the bank. Suppose I went in with you guys. That's $350 I could
It was always going to be mine and Lennie's thing, you know?
Look, I'll write will and everything in case I take off. I ain't got a family, so it will be left to you.
We've only got $10 between both of us. How much do you have? You said you had $350.
Sure.
350. Now it's me and Lennie, stay here, we'll work up a month. We'll have $100. That's $450. And I bet we can take her off that. God almighty. I think we could swing her. I think we could do it for $450. And then you two could go down there and start up the place, do it up nice, and I'll stay here and I'll work up all the rest. God almighty. I think we can do it. I think we can take her. We'll go and we'll fix up that place, and in a month, flat out 1 month, we'll go live there. How's that sound?
I'm gonna take my pup.
Yeah, you
I
do.
bet my price you like it.
You'll love it there. You'll love it there. Okay, but just us three, alright? And don't tell anybody else.
Don't tell no one.
No one.
I would have shot that girl myself, sure. I wouldn't have let some stranger.
Girl come in here while I was gone?
No.
She come in before George. I seen her. She was pretty.
Purdy, huh? You think she's Purdy, you big bastard? Think maybe she's got the eye for you, huh?
Didn't mean it, alright? Just leave him alone.
I never know son of a bitch messing with me like that. Purdy, huh? George, make him stop!
Just keep, get him, Lennie, get him.
head looks like every bone's broken in it. We better get him off the side and get it fixed up.
I told him, the bastard! I told him, don't mess with Lennie!
George,
Yes,
I can still tend the rabbits, George.
You got no right to come in my room.
I wasn't doing nothing bad. I just come to see my pup, and I seen your light.
Well, I got a right to that. I ain't wanted in the bunkhouse, and you ain't wanted in my room.
Why ain't you want it?
Because I'm black.
Everybody went into town. George says I gotta stay here and not get in no more trouble. I seen your light, and I thought maybe I could come in instead.
Unless you won't get out and leave me alone, you might as well sit down. All the boys come into town, huh?
Everybody but Ken. He just sits up there figuring.
What's Kenny forget about?
About the rabbits.
You're nuts. Just nuts.
It ain't no lie. We're gonna do it. Gonna get a little place and live up a fat life. You can ask George.
You travel around with George, huh?
Sure. Me and him go every place together.
Suppose George don't come back. Suppose he took a powder. Just ain't coming back. What you do there?
What?
I said, suppose he went into town. He doesn't come back no more. Suppose.
George wouldn't do nothing like that. He'll come back tonight. Don't you think he will?
Well, nobody can tell what God do. Suppose he gets killed or hurt, so you can't come back.
George wouldn't do nothing like that.
You want me to tell you what to do? I'll take you to the booby hedge, and I'll tie you up with a collar like a dog. George! I was just supposed to. Yeah, baby, now you see. You got George. Supposed to do that, have nobody. Like I need somebody to be near him. Like I was lost if he ain't got nobody.
George is gonna come back, but maybe he come back already. Maybe I gotta go see.
I didn't mean to escape him. George will come back. I was just supposing. I remember when I was a little kid, on my own ranch chicken for a ranch here in California. I had two brothers. They were always there, always by my side. And had a story ranch. Had an alfalfa patch.
George says we're gonna have an alfalfa patch for the rabbits and a berry patch.
Nah, you're nuts. I see hundreds of men come by on the ranches, on the roads with their bindles on their backs and that same damn dream in their heads. And never a goddamn one of them ever got a piece of it. I guess somebody's out there. That you sleep?
Let's go into town. Hey, you seen Lennie?
You mean big guy? Yeah, he's in here.
Lennie, I've been figuring about them rabbits.
You can come in, you know.
Hell, I've been here a long time. And so is Crooks. But I ain't never been here.
People don't come in the color man's room very well.
About the rabbits.
Yeah, I was thinking we could make some money if we go about it.
You guys are just kidding yourselves. You won't get no land.
The hell we do. George says we're gonna do it. We got the money right now.
And where's George now? Out in town. In the whorehouse. That's where your money's going.
The money ain't in town with George. I got it saved up in the bank. We're gonna do it. Me and George and Lennie get a piece of that.
You
So you got money? Sure.
Lennie!
Lennie, we better go. I want to tell George about my day.
Maybe I should have asked those guys if they wanted an extra hand to work for nothing. And maybe I could have got off this ranch.
Lennie, where were you? I've been looking all over for you.
I was in Crooks' room with Handa. We were figuring about the rabbits.
What were you doing in Crooks' room? He's not meant to be there, he's the nigger.
I wasn't doing nothing bad. I just wanted to go somewhere.
Doing nothing bad, Lennie, but you can't get into trouble out here. You've almost got that
And the rabbits.
So happens, Lennie. I need you to just not get any trouble out here, right?
Yes, I will.
Lennie, come on.
George. This Lennie, you sure he's good?
Yeah, he's good, he's big and strong.
I mean, about the house.
What about the house?
Are you sure he's not going to mess it up for us? Like he almost did with Curley, or like he did in Weed?
Which bastard told you about weed?
Look, I'm just an old swan. No one notices if I'm sitting in the corner listening in. But listen, this might be my last shot to get out of this album. I don't want to ruin it for us.
Look, what happened in Weed won't happen again. Right? The lady knows better than that.
Are you sure even with Curley's wife, she didn't exactly give guys attention when they go give her none?
I told you, what happened in Weed won't happen again.
I'm not talking about what happened to Weed. I'm talking about what happened to the wife right there.
What happened to Curly's wife?
What? You think she wanted to marry a bastard like Curley? That's why she walks the way she does. She's stuck here like the rest of us. Could have been an actress, she says. Met a guy in town who says she heard her. Says she wants to put her in the show. But she's a little girl, so her mother says no. Meets another guy, this one from Hollywood. Says he's going to write back to her and put her in the movies. Did she ever get that letter? No. Tell you why? Her mother stole it from her. She had a dream, George. She had a dream that somebody else took it from her. What about our dream? What if Lennie takes it away from us?
Look, Lennie's part of this dream too, alright? Lennie's part of it too, and he's coming with us.
Sure, he can come. But he ain't right in the head. The bastard only thinks about the rabbits, goddammit. He's a crazy son of a bitch who doesn't think about what he does. Look, I know you two stay together. But I don't want what happened to Curley's wife happen to us. I don't want our dream to die.
I've done a bad thing.
What are we going to do?
I guess we gotta tell the guys. Maybe they'll be nice and they'll just look lost or something.
George, you know what the guys are like. They're going to go and want to get it.
I'm not gonna let them hurt Lennie, right?
George, we can do it still, right? This house. Me and you, we can go get it.
It was always mine and Lennie's thing. guess someone decided to be like you. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna take my $50. I'm gonna go to the cat house and I'm gonna spend it all there. I'm gonna do that every month. And I'm gonna go again and spend the money again and again and again and again and again. Right? Look, Candy, the guys are gonna be in here now anyway. I need you to just pretend like I didn't know she was here, right? You stay here and you do that for me.
Sure. I'll do that.
You only got to done it, haven't you? God damn trap. Ruined everything for us. Could have had a house and I could have hoped some and in the winter when we didn't want to do. Guys, get in here. Get in here real quick. Look what I'm dragging me out here for.
I know who done it. It was the big guy. Everybody else is out there playing horseshoes. I'm gonna get that bastard. I'm gonna shoot him right in the guts. George, get the others. We're going out.
I didn't forget you back. George says come here. Hide in the bush. Wait for him to come. He's gonna give me hell. I've done a bad thing. I'll go away. There now. I'll go away.
You know where he is.
Lennie,
George, where's that guy going?
going honey,
Why aren't you going with him? I like honey.
don't make no difference.
Is it because I've done a bad thing?
It don't make no difference.
And you're gonna give me hell, George?
Give you help?
Sure, like you've done before. Like, if I didn't have you, I could live so easy.
Jesus Christ, I mean, you remember everything I say, but you don't remember a thing that happened.
Well,
If I was alone, I could live so easy. I could get a job and work, no mess.
go on, George. And when the end of the month comes,
No,
I can go away, George, in the hills.
no, I want you to stay here with me.
Then tell me like you've done before about them other guys and about us.
Guys like us don't belong no place. They don't have anything to look forward to, and they go to the ranch and they make up a steak, and they go to the bar and look at steak.
But not us, because I got you and you got me. We got each other. That gives a hoot in hell about it. Go on.
One day we're gonna get the jacket together. We're gonna get a house and a couple of acres and our own little place, alright? Just look there, just keep looking. I'll picture it, like you can almost just look at it.
Where, George?
Just across there, just across the river there.
Where?
It's like you can almost see it, right? We're gonna have a little cow. We're gonna have our own little place, alright? And there'll be chickens there and a cow.
I'm looking, George, I'm looking.
Looking. And it's gonna be real nice there, alright? Nobody's gonna hurt no one over there. It's It's going to be all nice and no one's going to get into trouble anywhere. And when the rain comes down, we'll just say to hell with work.
I can see it, George.
The rain coming down.
I can see it. I can see it, George. I can see it.
Thanks. We worked over a year to produce that for EPQ, and it's been a really fun experience. So if any of you have any questions about the performance we just did, about Mice and Men, about doing Performance EPQ, please do ask.
Yeah.
And how much difference the actual book on the side?
I mean, it's just bits. I mean, we kept fairly close to this bit. There's a couple of things, like there was, you had to cut a couple of scenes, so for example, with the boss,
You may have noticed we went off to talk to the boss.
Yeah, talk to the boss.
They actually interact.
Things like that. There's also, in the actual book, Curley's got a couple of kind of mates on the ranch called Whit Carlson, and they're actually the ones who shoot Candy's dog. Not him, but it's kind of interesting.
Because of the sort of very limited cast we had, we sort of had to amalgamate a few parts and cut the sort of small ones.
And there were some scenes that would have contained Slim and Curley, which we couldn't really do,
Yeah.
so we had to get those as well.
And also some of the scenes, I think at the beginning, especially the front area, was a bit more decorated, a bit more. The scene was actually set compared to just a bit of a blank space. But that's all. That's it.
I have a question. So on Friday, you performed Hamlet to the general public. How on earth did you keep your Hamlet lines in your head and your Of Mice and Men lines in your head? How did you remember both plays?
I kind of learned these in the last week.
This has been, when we say that we were working for a year for this production, we were working for the first 9 months, 10 months, it was all just writing and stuff. We've only been rehearsing for the past last month.
Yeah.
But these guys were acting amazingly in the show last week. We were directing and stuff, so for them it was much more difficult to do that.
But how did you actually do it? How do you keep two sets of two plays in your head and not accidentally jumble up the lines? I mean, Jordan, you had the main part in Hamlet. How did you do that?
Well, Hamlet was kind of big on, so I spent my time on that. But I think for this one, it's something I've been doing for years, and what I would recommend if you were to do drama, just take every rehearsal seriously. I actually didn't go home and learn my lines. I just learned my lines here. I just when you speak through the lines with other people over and over again, that's enough to get in your head, because it's a conversation. It's not supposed to be something that you just script. Because then when it comes across to the audience as an actual play, as an actual conversation. So, yeah.
Anyone else? Or any questions about Of Mice and Men? Yeah?
How much
The performance.
It's actually not that.
I think EPQ in general.
I don't think it's as bad as a normal EPQ. I think
Yeah.
people slaving over their 8,000 words. They seem a lot more stressed than we were.
We only had to do, on top of this, we did a 3,000 word dissertation,
Which
seems like a lot, but compared to the 8,000 to 10,000 word dissertations that we do for humanities or science, it's relatively.
And also, when you're fitting in almost a year's process in 3,000 words, it's actually and also, it doesn't really matter the effort, but we've definitely had such a great time with this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably one of the most enjoyable originals you could do.
I mean, it's good because you can kind of be with your best friends who you've kind of done acting with in the past, but really focus on something that's yours. Because in the past you worked on a script, but with this, we made every choice that you got to see. So when Curley's wife was there, all these things aren't in the book, right? So you're kind of having to think conceptually and all that. So it brings a whole new ballgame, a whole new dimension.
Yeah, and also we weren't assigned this play, it was up to us to decide what we actually performed. So we had a lot of freedom when we started EPQ.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does the book say what George does in the end, or does it end with him shooting?
Oh no, it's just the complete shot, and then it's kind of really it, and it has a little narrative about how he is a good man, basically. Just why George did it. Basically, it just speaks a bit about that, but it is left open because there's been loads of debates about whether he did the right thing, whether he would have shot himself after, whether he was doing it out of love, and all these ethical questions which it brings up.
So which you found at the hardest is the role in that.
Can you repeat that?
Which you found at the hardest is the role in that.
Well, I think if you found it the hardest, that's cool.
Yeah, obviously I'm saying an old man, and I'm not old. Also, I think out of all of us, I struggle with the accent the most. So,
I think that the accent was something that we just kind of gradually got. It didn't kind of, at first it was more difficult, but you kind of get used to it and then it's okay. I mean, in terms of my character, I thought the difficult thing is John Steinbeck it's difficult because you're playing these huge things. I mean, these things are the American dream, they're still there now. And there's all this talk about whether it's equal, whether people have the dream, whether it's just a complete futile mission. And this is very much that. So to carry the weight of saying, I'm going to embody the place of, I don't want to hope too much because I know that Lennie will get in trouble. And yet, I have this little bit in me that I still really want this. And there's a bit in the book where all these ranchmen, they're looking at this magazine and it's got kind of things of this dream there. And that's so powerful because they don't want to show the magazine to anyone. They don't want to look like they want something, they can hope for something more. They just want to be where they are and they've got this little bit in them that wants to hope. And that was really kind of hard to kind of get across.
It was quite difficult for me trying to play someone with a mental disability. That took quite a while to try and get something approaching realism. But I found the accent was slightly easier for me because I was slurring. I had slur, and I felt doing American was a lot easier when I was slurring. But yeah, no, our American accents weren't perfect, but we hope they were American enough that you could tell they were American.
For me, the only real challenge was kind of separating the two characters because I didn't want any confusion. When I came on stage, I wanted you to know whether I was Slim or Curley. And it's not just about the costume. Yeah, it's kind of about trying to make each of them move differently and speak a little bit differently. So I hope that came across.
Yeah, I think for me, it's kind of a lot different from Shakespeare, like Handa and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of a fast transition to playing a black guy. Well, I am black, but you have to kind of you have to make that across. But also, that's not just Crooks' personality. Crooks has he's kind of old, not as old as Crooks, but no, not as old as Candy. But he has a deformed back. He's segregated from the whole group. But then you also have to have this kind of transition between when Lennie comes in, so innocent, and Crooks is starting to have a liking to him. But then as soon as that happens, Candy and Lennie, they leave. And you're just like, okay, Crooks had the opportunity to be in this American dream, and it just got snatched out of his hands. And so that's what I was trying to get across. I don't have as long to practice it because I don't actually take the EPQ.
Yeah, I'd just like to say a quick thank you to Jordan and Sally, who don't actually take EPQ, they're just here to help us out.
Yeah,
so,
like freelancers.
Thank you both.
that's just what I had to get across, and I only had to make one scene, so it wasn't that hard. But yeah, that's what I had to do.
For me, technical-wise, the hardest part. Yeah, you guys know. Okay, it's not the easiest thing.
There's a lot of lights, you know.
There's a lot of lights, and I've got probably the worst lighting there that I can't program it in. So the setting was pretty hard because we actually had to try and keep it minimalistic, but also try and ensure that you guys knew the 1930s American play. And with the barn as well, try and make sure that it's easy enough to distinguish between the two areas from the near the river, where they in scene 1 and scene 10 and the rest of the barn and outside barn, which was all on stage. So that was probably the hardest thing for me, was trying to get the distinguished setting and trying to actually get work with limited resources of light.
Anything else? Any other question? So, why does George shoot Lennie?
Yeah. Ask you a question. Anyone have a guess? You must have like it. Yeah?
Well, to play out misery, I think it was Curley that was going to shoot from the back. It would have been a lot easier to, as you know, I'm pretty sure you gave him like a happy ending to him because he was looking at his dream and then so it was an easy way of letting go.
So why doesn't he just take him and run away?
Well, that would have left life really hard for him because it would just be a repeat of what happened that week, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's happened from the
So you guys haven't started this yet?
No.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. It's really good. It's a really good play. Just think of the themes you're playing with the whole time, because they're big issues. Yeah, and read Steinbeck's Grapes of Laugh as well. That's his other big novel. So yeah, I think that's it then.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, you got a question? Yeah, go for it.
How comfortable do you feel about saying time to be with the
Oh, yeah, I feel very comfortable saying. I think the most big thing is like, I think that the thing is, when you're in that, like I was probably speaking to you about this in a drama, but when you're kind of there with the character and you're connecting with them and you find something in them that you can kind of connect with, me and Lennie, I had to hate him and love him, and I had to imagine someone I hated and loved, you know what I mean? And be willing to kill them, just save their life. I want it. And when you're there, and when you're kind of in that moment with that character, any swear words come that. Plus, it is quite fun, you know, to like give a proper swear word on stage. So it is quite fun. But yeah, it's quite good.
Did you not sort of like get tired of Frenchie doing that?
He's in there. Oh yeah. No, I mean, I was a bit wary about it, but like, if you're gonna get, the thing is, the whole race is a big thing back then, right? So if we wanted you to get that, we need to use those words, you know what I mean?
Because we had to be in character, and our characters are like that. Unfortunately, that's how it was like.
And yeah, so what they were saying, in 1930s America, there was a big segregation between the white people and the colored people. Now, we had to try and get that across on a limited stage.
Well, I think you also need to understand that the emphasis that word or other words have in today's society isn't the same emphasis that had before. Those are just, that was common language to refer to someone. So you would just say it like a normal thing. So I think it's not something that, okay, yeah, it's a swear word, it's going to carry so much weight. You have to think about it like in the 1930s, how would they have reacted? Like, Crooks would have he would have known his place in society, and everyone else would have known his place in society. It would have been a common word. So,
yeah, that's a very important thing. I think if, like I said, we want you to get that, how subjugated. He's got his own room. He's not allowed to be part of anything. And we're not exactly the most middle class people either. We're low working class, and we're attempting to get something. He's below that, and so if you're forced to use words, that is unfortunately what they would be called in his label is that word, and that's it. There's nothing more to his identity in our eyes than that.
Any questions? Okay. Thank you.